All right, what's up, everybody? This is gonna be my first video back after a few days, and let's just do something real. Cause like I'm at this point too. Like I'm done like holding back. I've been saying some things lately that I wouldn't have said before. But man, fuck it. I don't give a shit anymore. It ain't gonna do shit. You could tell the government's afraid of us by the way they're acting. No government that's truly in control of their people operates in this manner, and that's obvious to me. But you got a bunch of Americans out here afraid. Your brains are all scrambled. You can't think straight. Man, fuck that shit. I don't want any weakness around me, and I don't want any fucking fascism around me. I want real American patriots that are ready to fight and die for this shit. And I hope that I haven't watched this video yet. I haven't pre-watched. I hope it gives me some hope because I've been seeing so much just American weakness lately, and nobody does weakness like American citizens. You got all these rights, literally a Bill of Rights, and you're still afraid to use it. Like, suck my fucking dick. And I'm referring to like specific things. I'm not gonna go into every fucking comment I've seen, but man, there are so many scared Americans around here. I don't understand that. I don't feel fear. I've never felt fucking fear. I'm just pissed off. Anyways, man, here's the video. Let's check this out. More Americans are saying the quiet part out loud. They want a revolution. I wanted a revolution since I was fucking 10 years old.
But protesting ain't gonna do shit.
I just want to know when the fuck we light the torches and get the
Tired of you weak
You're the
motherfuckers.
generation that has to do something.
Pretty soon,
Get
this
real.
right here, it's gonna be our only way about it. This shit.
You see what he just did? Everybody can get one of those. You understand what the Second Amendment is? You fucking retards. Pay attention.
Just want to know when the fuck we light the torches and get the
We got all the rights we
You're the
need,
generation that has to do
motherfucker.
something.
Pretty soon, this right here,
Read quotes by Patrick Henry. Read quotes by Thomas Jefferson. What the fuck did they say to do with a tyrannical government? It's not ambiguous. It's pretty goddamn clear to me, but I can actually see straight unlike a lot of you dogs.
gonna be our only way about it. This shit.
I think I'm willing to die
Tired of
for
this shit.
We can't
People are
wait till
playing a
November.
game.
There's no waiting to the ballot box. We
Right, it's
need
not a game.
to get to the bullet box.
I'll be brutally honest, I see an insurgency.
You're going to see more and more people talking like this because that's inevitable. You're going to see federal agents start getting shot. I'll fucking say it. I don't give a shit.
Well, I think it's safe to say that
It's not
Americans have
threats and
finally
observation.
reached their breaking point, as evidenced by the fact that so many of them are now talking openly about a
There's
literal
341 million of us. Somebody's going to get shot.
world revolution, either through peaceful means like a general strike and mass mobilization, or
I want a
through an
general
armed
strike. I don't think that's
revolt.
going to happen.
And this kind of
Americans aren't
revolutionary
educated enough on
fervor only
solidarity
starts
for
to
that.
take hold in societies when people start to feel like political change through traditional democratic means is no longer possible. And Americans are right to think that that's the case, seeing as how we effectively live in an oligarchy where billionaires and large multinational corporations dictate all of the public policy that gets
I've been
passed.
dumb shit said to me my whole life. Like I said, I'm pretty politically astute, pretty politically aware. Where's my? I couldn't see my cursor. But I've been politically aware since I was 10, since 9/11 happened, and I've wanted a general strike since I believe '08. After they did that first bailout bill Bush did, I was like, oh, this is no good. And then Obama comes in and does another bailout, just giving our money away. Yeah, GM paid back the loan, but we didn't own them. We didn't nationalize them, so he fucked up. He was just a weak bitch. Oh, Barack Obama is a weak bitch, which led to Donald Trump. And but I'm aware, man. I've been called crazy or whatever for wanting a revolution in this country. Like, if you don't want a revolution, like, just honestly, I can't say what you should do. Just jump off a fucking bridge. I'm just gonna say it. You're an idiot if you think you're getting out of this peacefully. You are a fucking idiot.
It's to the point where we don't even get crumbs anymore. Like, remember when they used to give us some incrementalism, sprinkle some crumbs
I
on
knew
us
this
just
was
so we
coming.
feel like we're fed?
Being a leftist is being correct too early. Period.
They're not even doing
We're
that
actually
anymore.
smart,
And just to give
asshole.
you a recent example
We
of how
actually
bad
went to
things are,
college.
look at
We're
this
actually
headline
educated
from
on
the New York
solidarity,
Times,
not
which
like
reads,
these retards, these
EPA to
fucking
stop
white
considering
trash
lives
assholes.
saved when setting rules on air pollution. In a reversal, the agency plans to calculate only the cost to industry when setting pollution limits and not the monetary value of saving human lives.
I'm a part of
documents
you
show.
white
I mean,
trash.
what
What
is
you
there to
are.
even say anymore? It's a little too on the nose even for America. So, needless to say, the system has completely and utterly failed its people. Other governments throughout history have faced popular uprisings after they weren't able to adapt
hang
to the
around
changing
riffraff.
needs of its people fast
call
enough.
it
But I mean,
out.
in
I
this
look down on
late-stage
it.
capitalist hellscape that we're living in, they're not even trying to adapt. In fact, they're openly defying the masses by cutting our social safety nets even more to pay for more tax cuts for the rich. It's like they're spitting in the faces of a population that is already pissed off. And we've been on a downward trajectory for so long that Americans feel like they have nothing left to lose at this point.
The funny, I'm gonna have to switch it into two parts. This is a long video, but man, the funniest part to me is Americans still talk about midterms. Dumbass, that's fucking like 11 or 10 months away. You think you're gonna make it to the midterms? You're dumber than you look.
Point by rising up. The cost of living is unsustainable.
I'm not talking about any
Healthcare
fucking
costs
elections.
are skyrocketing, and to add insult to injury, the things that once distracted us from our misery are also becoming too unaffordable, like video games and streaming services. So when people no longer have an outlet,
Hey man, speaking of video game, anybody else feel this? I try to interact with my viewers, even though you people treat me like I'm a fucking alien speaking fucking, I don't know any alien languages. If I were, I wouldn't take us. They'd be like, this guy's an alien. But man, do you feel that too? Like, I can't even enjoy video games right now. I played a game like fucking like 10, 11 days.
If you will, to keep them entertained. When they have no escape,
I have no
community,
entertainment
no hope,
right now. No
they
way to
begin to
escape
fixate
this
on
shit.
how bad things are, and eventually their
been
anger
training.
begins to fester, and it reaches the point where they become consumed with rage and can only think
Yeah,
about
and that's me. I'm consumer rage because I cannot distract myself right now because I can't enjoy a goddamn video game after a woman just got shot in the fucking face by a goddamn pig up in Minneapolis. How the fuck am I supposed to pretend I'm enjoying a video game when that shit's going on in my goddamn country? Fuck you.
how much they hate the people in power who are
Because-
responsible for all of their pain and suffering. And you really get a sense of that feeling of despair and hopelessness from these social
I
media
don't feel hopeless.
posters.
I'm
Fuck
pissed
this
off.
goddamn country, this stupid fucking country that we live in, this dumb fucking world that we live in. In what fucking universe is any of this just gonna be taken fucking lightly?
All we do is work to barely get by. We pay our bills, we pay our rent.
People are gonna snap soon. People always say it's like a third of this country is like severely mentally ill, and they got a lot of guns. Somebody's gonna snap soon. I can feel that shit.
And we scrape up the pennies to try to put food on our table. We are not living a dream. We living the worst nightmare we ever could imagine, and tomorrow's gonna be worse.
Hey, you
If
just
we
ignore
all
these
stand
people's
together and say,
problems.
you know what?
The government's not
It
smart.
isn't gonna get any better.
You don't even have an Iran situation on your hands. You gotta literally rip this guy out of the White House one day.
Stop every fucking thing. I don't give a fuck what it is. People afraid, oh, I might lose my house. You're
Like
gonna lose it
Americans
any
think
fucking
it's
way.
so
But at least
funny.
be a man.
Americans are so goddamn arrogant. They think that the CIA fucking with Iran is so funny. Oh, they're about to overthrow the Ayatollah. You think that can't happen here? It's coming, bitch.
Or a woman and fight for this motherfucker while you got the opportunity to do it. But to try to end
And once you
shit that we
start it,
living,
you
man,
can't
this
turn
is
it
not
off.
living. I don't know what the fuck you call this anymore. Out of all the years I've been on this
You
motherfucker.
do not want to start up that revolution machine. Trust me. One man, I've read about all the major revolutions throughout time. You don't want to push that button.
Earth, I never would have imagined it'd get to the point where I'm working myself to death.
That last rant was really cathartic to listen to. But this frustration is compounded by the fact that we all know that even as bad as things already are, they're only going to continue to get worse. Year after
There's no
year,
way
people
out
are
of
working
this.
longer hours for lower wages, and there's just no political will to alleviate our suffering even a little bit. Because again, the capitalist class demands that we all slave away in order to increase profits for shareholders. Amazon workers are forced to
Stop going to work. I keep saying it, but I know I'm just one guy. Nobody's gonna listen to me. But man, you're never gonna get ahead. You're wasting your time getting up and going to work every day. And then about a few months, none of this shit's gonna matter anyway. Stop going to fucking work. Stop making your boss rich. Stop paying rent. Stop doing anything. If you all did that collectively, the system would shut down in a week.
piss in bottles to increase productivity, so
You'd rather
Jeff
piss in
Bezos can
bottles
buy
than
a
a
third
slave,
mega mansion
thinking
to
you're gonna be rich
temporarily
one
stay in
day.
while
You're
the
never
other
gonna
two
be a
mega
billionaire.
mansions that he built get demolished and then rebuilt into one mega mansion. But as bad as things are, people are still forced to feel thankful for the shitty jobs that they have, because in the not so distant future, those jobs could very well be replaced
Yeah, they're
by
gonna be gone.
either
So talking about
automation
AI,
or more
that's what
likely
I'm referring
AI.
to.
So
AI is going to take your job anyways. Why are you wasting your time? This is all Americans know how to do, I guess. That's all you know. When all else fails, get up and take your funky ass to work.
This revolutionary fervor that we're seeing is the direct result of the system's
America's
failure.
a nation of slaves.
People know that our government doesn't serve us,
They
it
ended
serves the
black
rich.
slavery,
So
which made
it's no
everybody a
longer
slave.
capable of producing results. It's no
Mental
longer
slaves.
capable of producing political change. The question then becomes, though, how do we
You people
change or
now.
overthrow that system that's oppressing all of us?
I actively fight against the system every day. You people just walk right into the chain. You put the chains on every morning.
And the reason why people are forced to ask this question is because they know that the typical answers like protesting and voting no longer seem viable, as explained by these individuals.
I'm not sorry to say this.
I know there's a lot of black people in this fucking video. Normally it used to be just white boys, you know, left-wing white boys talking crazy. Even black people are fed up now, man. This shit's gonna get real. And, you know, I see Hispanics are real quiet. You ever noticed that? Hispanics are real quiet these days. Where their fucking door's gonna get kicked down after voting for that dumb motherfucker. We tried to warn you. Don't do it. You're Mexican, but nah, I'm white. Sure you are. Sure you are.
Protesting ain't gonna do shit. And to the people, call your representatives. Get on the phone.
These Hispanics are real
For
quiet.
what? Their voice
Only people I see speaking out these days are black and white people. Where the Hispanics at? Or something happened to your fucking family? They get deported? I don't have any Hispanics in my family. I can speak my fucking mind. I'm not afraid of this shit. I don't have any Hispanic friends.
are full. They're not available. They're not answering the phones. Tried that
Where
already.
the Latinos? They're so smart.
Then there's those. Make sure you show up for
So
the
white,
primaries.
where they
That's the
at?
only way we can do that. That's in November.
What the Arabs for Trump?
This is
That
January.
dumb shit. That really
What are
dumb
we going to
shit.
do in the meantime? Because ICE is ramping up their efforts. Until we start to associate our actions
But women for Trump.
with what's actually happening, it's going to get worse.
The only reason the Democratic Party exists is so that the people don't revolt. Because the Democratic Party gives us a way to feel good, to feel like change is
Democratic Party doesn't
possible,
make
to
you
feel
feel
like
good.
change is coming. Have a little hope.
I don't feel
And they
that at all
speak
anymore.
really nicely and they say all the things we want to hear, but then they never really deliver on their promises. They never actually reverse the damage done by the Republican Party.
That's the crazy part. Republicans are actually delivering on their promises. They say they're going to do mass deportation. They do all this hateful, awful shit, and they're actually doing it. And Democrats will learn nothing from it. They'll just get in there, promise a bunch of shit, not do it, and then the next one will be an actual Nazi administration because these motherfuckers are retarded. Don't know
Why
this.
is that? It's because the corporations and the elites donate equally between the two parties. And our politicians, Democrat and Republican, both answer to those corporate interests. And if we didn't have the Democrats saying exactly what we need to hear and saying nice words and making bills with nice titles, even though none of that delivers, if we didn't have that, we would revolt. There'd be no outlet. There'd be no convention, no signs, no cheering, no moments of joy, no amazing speech. But at the end of the day, after 250 years since the inception of the United States of America, we don't have affordable housing, we don't have a living wage, and we don't have national health care. In
Look at
fact,
that. Journalists test ICE recruitment, surprised to find herself hired with no background check. Psst.
those
Just hire any
things
fucking
keep
white
getting
trash
more
in there,
expensive
fat
every
motherfuckers.
year. Oh,
Just
but
hire
gee,
any
these
fucking
things
white
take
trash
time.
with a
Shall
peak
we wait
arm,
another
lily
250
white,
years
beer
and
belly,
just keep
fat
doing the same
motherfucker
thing
can
over and
barely
over
even
again,
read. Let him
voting
work
for the
for
same
ICE.
people, expecting a different result?
Pussy.
I promise you, if we do that
Fat
in 250 years,
motherfuckers.
we won't have anything.
You bring
And
that
therein
fat
lies the
shaming for fucking ICE alone. If you see ICE, they just fat shame their ass. Make them cry.
People are recognizing that we're trapped in this perpetual cycle where Republicans break
Hold up
the
a
country
goddamn note card to their face. Say, can you read this?
and Democrats come along right after and promise to fix what Republicans broke, but they never actually do. So how can we even move forward and build upon what little progress we've made when we can't even fix what was broken the last time? It's like we take 5 steps backward and 1 step forward if we're lucky. Like we are truly circling the drain in this country. So how can we expect a real change when we functionally don't even have an opposition party in this country that is willing to facilitate real change, let alone resist fascism? You've got most Democrats openly supporting Palestinian genocide and direct
Look at that, Gestapo. Rogan calls out Trump icers. Man, it's going to be the weakest fucking criticism, the most tepid. Man, just suck my dick. Joe Rogan is literally responsible for Donald Trump. He's the main reason Donald Trump got elected. That bald motherfucker needs to be in prison.
defiance of their base. They arguably lost the last election because of it. Some have even decided to
He needs to
defy
have
the
his
base on
fucking money taken away. He needs to have his property seized and turned into fucking communal farms. Bald dumbass.
rights and immigration, which were issues that traditionally they were.
Bald guys always so stupid. It's like they lose their brain in addition to their hair. Bald guys are always just incompetent, impotent, just fucking stupid.
More humane on. Their thought leaders, like Ezra Klein, are encouraging them to run anti-abortion Democrats and are calling for even more neoliberalism. You've got Democrats like Angie Craig attending a crypto symposium with Eric Trump, and she also voted for the unconstitutional Lake and Riley Act, which denied due process to undocumented immigrants, including Dreamers, along with Jared Moskowitz. But both of these individuals are pretending like they're against the Gestapo that they once emboldened. On top of that, the party's 2028 frontrunner, Gavin Newsom, spent the first month of Trump's term chumming it up with fascists like Charlie Kirk and Steve Bannon, and he's now vowing to stop a proposed billionaire tax in his own state. And I also want to present you with a video of the leader of the Democratic Party with no comment because it speaks for itself.
Here's your daily reminder if you need to pick me up. Charlie KK Kirk is still very much dead and he's never coming back. He can never hurt us again.
Must be abolished, Senator. Will you use?
I don't believe in hell, but he's somewhere.
Should it be abolished?
He ain't here. Thank
you. Will you guys use?
Look at this Jewish pussy just fucking running away.
This upcoming funding fight. A lot of people want to know how you guys plan to.
Put his head down. That's not a man.
Will it be a red line?
That's a slave to Israel.
Restricting ICE funding in the funding.
He knows he's wrong. Look at him. Look at head down.
The leader of the fucking opposition party won't even commit to try to use his leverage to reduce ISIS funding, even after they just committed an execution
Jews,
in broad daylight.
women,
Democratic appropriators
people,
like Rosa DeLauro also
shit.
won't commit to doing that. And as Pablo Manriquez reports, she's not even willing to attach riders to the upcoming budget bill to try to force ICE agents to wear badges or take out their masks.
Don't even cut ICE.
To say,
what the fuck? How does ICE affect you in fucking Lily White, Connecticut?
This is why so many Americans feel just hopeless. It's why so many of them feel as if the only way to meaningfully affect change is to revolt, because they simply no longer see voting and protesting as a viable way to change things. And I also came to the same conclusion myself after the George Floyd protests went absolutely nowhere. I mean, we saw an international civil rights movement, and it resulted in zero policy changes. In fact, police budgets in cities across the country are actually...
That's why I never go to a fucking protest. George Floyd protest shut down the world for like over a year straight, and we got nothing out of that. What the fuck would I risk my physical being at a protest for? Let white people do that shit.
Bigger now. So everything that we're seeing is forcing Americans to grapple with the reality that the system isn't built for them. It was built to exploit them and oppress them and control them.
Have a life I enjoy.
It was built to squeeze as much profit out of them as they possibly can before they die. Hence why people are beginning to yearn for a revolution, because anything short of that simply won't change things.
Bro, I'm just done. I just want to know when the fuck we light the torches and get the pitchforks, because we just need to burn this bitch down and start the fuck over.
That's right.
So, you with me?
I'm slowly coming to the realization that we are the generation that has to do something, and it's one of the most difficult realizations to accept. All throughout history, we've learned and watched some of the worst atrocities be handled by groups of people who had to stand up and do something about it. And I think we've been conditioned to be more comfortable observing from a distance than getting rid of our discomfort. Whether you are pro-life or pro-choice or pro-Second Amendment or anti-guns or religious or atheist, we are living in an era where we have to behave differently right now. We've grown up reading about all of these revolutions and all of these stories of these people fighting back against power. We've watched these movies and TV shows telling these great stories.
Our grandfathers shot Nazis. They took their rifles and they blew their goddamn heads off. The American Revolution was pretty violent. Why can't we get violent? Why the fuck do we have to be so goddamn civil about everything? Why do we only get voting and protests? Fuck that.
Stories about these heroes that got together and fought the odds. And I think we are unfortunately living in the generation that has to be the people who do that.
Now, to state the
obvious, we got guns that our grandfathers and the founders couldn't even fathom. Why the fuck don't we get to use them?
This disillusionment with the system is not a new phenomenon. We've gotten clues here and there that that's the case with the rise of anti-establishment sentiment, as well as populist figures like Bernie Sanders and Zoran Mamdani, and also this fundamental distrust of the system itself among the public that
we're talking about the Battle of Blair Mountain today. We're going to watch a documentary on the Battle of Blair Mountain in just a second. I'm done with video games. I'm done with all that childish, fucking, fake-ass bullshit, the distractions. We're going to talk about some real stuff now.
But this mentality has really proliferated in Trump's second term, and it's spreading even faster due to ISIS terrorism across the country. So we're witnessing the culmination of decades of anger towards the system and the ruling class, which has now resulted in a discussion that we're seeing about the efficacy of a non-peaceful response. Now, some people are talking about arming themselves just as a means of self-defense, while others are subtly suggesting that an armed resistance is actually necessary to stop fascism, seeing as how that's how it was defeated back in World War II. But before we get to that, I do want to say that the most common sentiment that I'm still seeing is a call for a peaceful revolution, mass mobilization, general strikes, things like that. And on that note, I want to show you this TikTok that went viral last year because this woman put together a 10-minute PowerPoint presentation on how to peacefully overthrow the U.S. government. And what she's saying actually...
Okay, I'm not going to watch that. I don't want to hear about how to peacefully overthrow the U.S. government. I couldn't care less. That's not going to work. Anyways, yeah, it's like the first, 15 minutes of this. But, man, people got to get real. You ain't getting out of this peacefully. If you think you are, just don't talk to me because you're wasting my fucking time.